Hello and welcome to Passion to Success. I am Ihotu Odo. Youths are considered the most vibrant in the population of a nation. The contribution of the youths to the socio-economic development of a nation cannot be underestimated. Therefore, deliberate efforts must be made to ensure that the youths are adequately empowered for optimal development of their potentials. This program is designed to equip upcoming entrepreneurs with relevant skills and core competence in entrepreneurship required to transform their lives into a meaningful, useful, and productive one.
They started small.
I fix phone, I sell phone parts.
I started with small money.
With 17 naira, I could be able to do a stool.
I started this business with 15,000 naira.
With passion, they succeeded.
In less than 3 years, I made over 1,000 pieces of cake.
My passion is makeup. I have trained more than 50 youths.
Passion to Success brings you inspiring profiles of people who dared to chase their dreams and turn their passion, hobbies into successful careers.
Even I get a government job after school, I use the government job to raise capital and still go back to the agriculture.
I've sold okra in the market, pepper, rice. I've fried akara, roasted corn on the street, but look at me. I don't look like it.
I keep telling people you can't start big. Something you don't know about, how do you start big? Who is going to give you the money? You're going to lose all that money because you don't even know what you're doing.
No matter whatever you have find to do it and do it very well. Forget who is laughing or who is mocking or who is behind looking or watching. Just focus.
Watch African entrepreneurs share their passion to success on Africa Independent Television AIT Abuja every Saturday at 1 p.m. Watch us on YouTube on Passion to Success TV or like us on Facebook on Passion to Success. For details of sponsorship or advert placements, please call 0803-368-3243. Passion to Success. Start small, grow big.
In today's episode, we have interesting and inspiring interviews lined up for your viewing pleasure. Here are the highlights. Haruna Abubakar actually started his business with little or no capital. He reveals that the secret behind his successful business was the experience and skill he acquired long ago. Let's watch Haruna Abubakar share his passion.
Haruna Abubakar is a GSM technician. He has a diploma degree in electrical electronics engineering.
I studied electronics because I finished my diploma.
business with soft loans.
Wow, this business, honestly, I achieve a lot because thank God with this business, I marry and I build my house, and now presently I'm renting my shop. So I think I have achieved a lot on this.
This is for the women folk and a few men who desire to be hairstylists. Stitch braids technique is coined from cornrows. They tend to be similar to the thick and thin cornrows. Africans wore cornrows in the early times. The stitch braid style emerged and increased in popularity in 2016. Stitch braids are plaited by dividing the hair into approximately 5 to 7 horizontal lines down the head. A minor thin line of hair is cut out and left to run parallel to the major one. On the craft segment for today, we shall take you through the process of plaiting this particular hairdo. Welcome back. Entrepreneurship is the in thing on the lips of every youth and the general public since white-collar jobs are unavailable. Many youths find entrepreneurship as a safe haven for their inability to get a well-paid job. We went to the streets to find out who an entrepreneur is.
An entrepreneur is someone that owns and runs his own business by himself. An entrepreneur is somebody that is self-employed. He's not depending on government. He relies on himself, maybe engage himself in he or she engage himself in a particular business on his own. They don't depend on government.
Entrepreneur is someone that has a business of his own that employs people to work for him or her.
In my own understanding, an entrepreneur is somebody that manages his own business by itself.
An entrepreneur is a one-man business. Business who also employing people to carry out their whole responsibility.
An entrepreneur is somebody who have skill or knowledge about business or any particular skill that he can help himself.
An entrepreneur is somebody who came to an environment and discovered a rare privilege to make profit and affect life in such an environment.
Before he went to school in the morning, he would hawk pap. In the evening, in addition to selling kerosene and matches, he would buy one packet of matches and tie them in 10 sticks per wrap, because many people couldn't afford to buy a whole packet. This was his own business and he was saving the money. Let's join Tochi Okafor on Storytime as he takes us through the journey of one of Nigeria's most successful businessmen, Michael Adeojo.
Michael Adeojo envisioned a reputable automobile business empire. Thank God for good mothers who can do whatever it takes against all odds to see their children get quality education. If Adeojo's mother hadn't stood her ground, Adeojo would have ended up an illiterate farmer. How sad it would have been. Adeojo's father was a farmer and had 3 wives with 15 children to cater for. As a result, his father had a laid-down policy to educate 1 child per mother. Unfortunately, Adeojo was 5th child of his mother. It was only the 1st child from each of the wives were accommodated by this policy. All effort made by Adeojo's mother to persuade her husband to enroll him into school fell on deaf ears. Instead of giving up, she took her 8-year-old son and enrolled him at St. Michael's Anglican Primary School in Alamoki, the very village where Elizabeth University is situated today. Amazing. Since the husband was not interested in training Adeojo in school, the responsibility rested entirely on her mother. The young Adeojo had to assist her in several ways to ensure his school fees are paid. But one thing that made Adeojo determined to succeed was the derogatory remarks other children made of him. They would call him a son of a poor farmer, and that used to pain him as a child. It was the memories of their uncomplimentary remarks that spurred Adeojo to change the story of his family. Before he went to school in the morning, he would hawk pap, and in the evening, he would sell kerosene and matches. He would buy 1 packet of matches and tie them in 10 sticks per wrap, because many people couldn't afford to buy a whole packet. This was his own business and he was saving the money. When he was not selling kerosene or going to farm in the afternoon, he would go where they made mud blocks, pounding it with food, molding it, and taking it to the bricklayers. This was how he survived in his primary school days. Adeojo was faced with a series of challenges when he eventually entered university because of lack of funds. He went to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, with £110 and 10 shillings he raised from his savings and selling of few properties. But after registration and school fees, he was left with nothing. By 2nd year, he was feeding on biscuit and gari because he couldn't afford a new ticket. It was at this phase of his life that God sent an angel, a female student by name Elizabeth, to his life. She would offer him her meal ticket to eat once a day, and they got married after school. That's good news. Eventually, through the sponsorship of an automobile company, CFA Motors, Adeojo was able to graduate with bachelor's degree in business administration. After a brief stint at CFA Motors, he sponsors Federal Airline Revenue Service and British Petroleum. He floated his company Elizabeth, which is a combination of Elizabeth and Adeojo. At the British Petroleum, the last place he worked, he became the Bell sales representative within 2 years, but he was unfairly treated. Instead of sitting down and blaming the company, he took personal responsibility for his future. He went to RT Briscoe, an automobile company, and offered to sell their cars on commission, and it was granted. He went back to his employer and asked for his annual 4 weeks leave, and it was also granted. Within 4 weeks of his leave, he sold 40 vehicles, and the commission was more than his annual salary. He resigned on resumption. Together with his wife, they started LZ Limited in their home at number 71 Awolowo Road, Ikeja. From that humble beginning, LZ Limited has grown to become the envy of the world with wide branch networks across the major cities of Nigeria. Lessons: turn your pain into gain. It was the regulatory demands of others that pushed Adojo to succeed against odds of life. His story demonstrates that stones and mud people throw at you today to hurt your feeling could actually be used as building blocks for massive success. Such e-feelings can provide you with strong reasons to succeed in the face of adversity. Lesson 2. Use your marketable skill to build your own capital. Adojo's greatest asset was his sales skill, and he used it to build his initial capital for his business.
Wow, we all dream of what we want out of life. Maybe it's reaching that level of success in your career that represents the finish line for you. It could be much more. Maybe it's achieving something that appears to be afar. Sometimes, life seems difficult, beating you down every day that there's little room to breathe, leaving no time to chase your goals or dreams in life. Here are the secrets you need to achieve your goals faster. If you want to be part of this entrepreneurial awakening in Nigeria and you desire to share your business passion, you can reach us through the following medium displayed on your screen. That is how we round off the package for this week. Until we come your way again next week, keep the passion burning.